Hey y'all, I'm back. I'm back. To you certified crash out. Talk about my food. Calm down. Y'all need to calm down with y'all craziness. Calm down. Y'all certified crash outs. That's what I'm gonna call my chat. A certified crash out. Anything I do wrong, y'all going crazy. Calm down. But today we got tacos. Something that's not too crunchy. Tacos and beans and some rice. But we're gonna get right into these stories, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard of the Zak Bagans Museum. Y'all, I done went down a rabbit hole for the last 2 days. I know I ain't been on here yesterday, but we gonna get it together. We ain't be some more days, I'm telling y'all. But to you certified crash out. But anyways, let's get into it. We're gonna start our first story right. I'm hungry anyways. Let's start it.
Oh, babe, I got stories for days. I am very limited in what I can say here, but I will give you guys some details really. My favorite...
Okay, this girl, she worked at the museum. So, let's get into it.
Heard about working for the Haunted Museum was all the times I got to talk to Peggy the doll. Peggy the doll is a demonically possessed doll. We don't know the exact origin of her, but we know that she came from British paranormal investigator and haunted doll collector Jane Harris, I believe her name is. It's been a while. But there's a spirit box in her room, and she can talk to you. And boy, does she. Peggy the doll called me the C word, the B word. I said goodbye to her one time, and she said, "That's what you think, you little whore." There was this one guy who was training me on that area, and while he was presenting the room, you can just hear Peggy through the door screaming his name. One of my guests was telling me how much of a skeptic he was the entire tour, and I told him wait till we get to Peggy. He walks in, Peggy calls him out by name. He walks back in to test it again, and she asked him why he ran, again, stating his name. Do y'all want more stories? Oh.
Okay, let's start off with this. Do y'all believe her? Because if y'all ever heard about the Zak Bagans Museum, basically it's a famous recommended place in Vegas, and they hold all paranormal things that's getting turned over from paranormal investigators. So all of these things are led to be true and have things across them. But this Summerween Live, day 85 and 84. But let's get into it. Y'all comment down below y'all thoughts so far, and would y'all visit this in Las Vegas? It said, "This is so cool. I've been obsessed with Zak and his team since I was a little. You live my dream." She said, "It was my dream too. Definitely not an easy job, but I love giving tours, and Zak is a wonderful guy." Here come all the Zak Bagans bots accounts. Okay, let's go to this one.
And then this is me after entering, and they're talking about the Zak Bagans Haunted Museum.
This is my third fucking time recording this video. I don't know what it is that doesn't want me to get the story out, but I'm about to go as fast as I can because I've been talking for fucking 20 minutes now trying to get the story out. Every time I hit record it, and I'm about to go to the end to edit it, watch it, whatever, it's just gone. It disappears. It's as if I didn't fucking record it.
Oh, wow.
Any fucking ways. What she said in the previous video, go watch that one first. I have my own story about the Zak Bagans Haunted Museum. So in the previous video, she had stated that the demon house had made her just run out of there, didn't want to see it. I felt the exact same thing. However, there was another room that just has stuck with me for the rest of my fucking life. I will never forget it until the day I die. Like, that was insane. I'm gonna have to keep cutting because I think not cutting and recording a long video is what's making this all go away. I don't know. I'm gonna try to do my best to get this out as quickly as I can. Alright, so we had the RP experience for the first time that I went. I've been there twice. I went with my brother. First room that I had an experience in. Now, they are all creepy, and you do feel something in every single room if you are kind of like empathetic or sensitive to the spiritual realm. The first room that I did get an experience in was a Jack Kevorkian room, where he assisted people in suicide. So you get put into this room where you have to watch on a TV the history of the van and what happened to Zak Bagans and all these people that he assisted with suicide. You are split off into groups into this one little room. So whoever you came with, you're standing in a group separately in this one room. My brother and I were closest to the door leading into the van. My brother and I are both Armenian. Zak Bagans was also Armenian, so I don't know if this played any part in my own experience. However, we did feel like these heavy footsteps like just come and stand right in front of us, and we felt like the floor get an impression. It's not a squishy floor, so I'm kind of unsure, but like you felt this heavy presence right there. And we both just looked at each other and confirmed that, you know, we're feeling something. However, we were trying to stay quiet because there's a story on the TV and we weren't trying to make any noise. And then when I walked into the room, I felt just sadness like rush over me. I felt so sad. I wanted to cry. And even talking about it, it like gives me that same feeling. This is a feeling that I don't think you can put into words. As soon as I walked out of that room, that feeling left me. It was a really sad room. I think it's worth seeing. However, put your guard up and protect yourself because it is a very, very, very spiritually heavy room. Second room that I had an experience in was the demon house. I don't want to say it was an experience, but the feeling that I got in there made me run away. Like I did not want to see what was behind that plaque that they had covering the staircase. I didn't want to see it. When you get into the room, they close the door behind you. The tour guide doesn't even stay in the room and says, "We're going to put a countdown on the TV. If you want to get out at any point before this countdown runs out, you let us know." This countdown starts and I'm already feeling like crap. Like, please let me out. I'm like banging on the door like, let me out. I don't want to be in here. Please, please, please. I don't want to see it. So I get let out and they close the door. And there's 2 other rooms down there that you get to just explore by yourself. So I went to explore while my brother is viewing the demon house. And there's a boat room or yacht room, whatever it's called, where a famous actress passed away on. Again, that room is just very sad, but nothing creepy happened in there. Then the room directly next to it, that room will stick with me forever because it was this room where this woman had created these like speaker devices where it can communicate with the other side. And while creating these things, she had gone insane. She was alone. And as soon as she started communicating, like I want to say a week after, she passed away in an unexplained manner. And she had taken Polaroid pictures of herself throughout this time where she had started this experiment. And these Polaroid pictures were like blown up and made into like thick plaques and put on the wall. Now I'm looking through all of these Polaroid pictures and I get to the last one, and I remember the last one because she just looked like she had the soul sucked out of her, like she had no life left in her, skin and bones. And the angle it was taken at was just really creepy, and I got weird vibes from it, and I stepped out, and then my brother came out and he was like, "Let's go look at these other rooms." I was like, "I already did. I'm not going back into that one." I just got weird vibes. Yeah, so that was that experience. I went back 2 weeks after that, and I did the RAP experience again. It was all fine and dandy. I did have an experience in the Conjuring rocking chair room. The one that inspired the movie The Devil Made Me Do It. The first time I wasn't, like I got a creepy feeling, but again, I didn't have an experience. Second time, with the RAP experience, you get to go in the front and they open the door to view the rocking chair. If you don't have the RAP, you have to stand behind like this wall, like this half wall, and view it from there. So the second time I had went up, seen the rocking chair again. Now as I'm walking out behind this, around this little wall thing, and the door is closing, I can see a little boy peek out from the side of the rocking chair.
Hell no.
And I had told some tour guides about that, and One tour guide mentioned she had experienced the same thing. However, the little boy had 8 legs like a spider. So I was like, oh, that's cute, you know. Didn't really have that on my bingo card when coming here. Alright, so now we get back down to where the demon house area is, and the yacht room, and that room with the Polaroid pictures.
So based off of her experience so far, I know she got about like 2 more minutes of talking. Would y'all actually visit this place? Because that's like the #1 attraction in Vegas. Like, we already know Vegas can be a portal too. So would y'all actually visit this place? Then we're going to get into these comments.
I did view the demon house the second time around. Horrible fucking feeling. I will never go in there again. Even worse than Dybbuk Box Room or any of the other freaking rooms that there's in there. The feeling in there is just, you feel the negative energy. Like, it's just evil in there. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you'd have to go see it yourself to really understand what I'm talking about. I viewed it, and then I went into that room with the speakers, with the Polaroid pictures, and I'm looking at the Polaroid pictures again, and I noticed the last one that I saw previously of, you know, the lady looking like she had no life left in her. It was, like, cut in half, like, ripped in half, and it was all jagged, and it's blown up and put as a plaque. And I walk out, and I tell my tour guide, you know, where is the rest of that photo? And he was like, what rest of that photo? And I was like, the rest of the Polaroid picture on the last one, where is it? And he was like, it's always been like that. What are you talking about? I was like, no, it hasn't, sir. I was here 2 weeks ago. I remember seeing it because it creeped me out. And he was like, no, like, you don't understand. That photo was found ripped. Nobody's ever seen the other half of that photo. I was like, I did, so I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you're fucking with me at this point. And he just thought I was batshit out of my mind, but, you know, at this point, I think I am too. He was so, like, who was this crazy ass bitch? Anyways, that will be ingrained in my mind for the rest of my life. That photo, why did I have to see it? I don't have any answers as to why I was the only one who has ever seen the full photo. I don't have answers. I don't want an answer. I'm good. But that will stick with me for the rest of my life. Like, till this day, like, I can vividly describe that photo to you guys. I will say, if you are in Vegas, please go visit Zak Bagans Haunted Museum. It is definitely an experience. Get the REP experience so that way you can get the full thing. It is so fun. It is so amazing learning about these artifacts that Zak Bagans has in his museum. I will say, cleanse yourself after you get out of there. Get some Palo Santo and just cleanse. They do sell some in the gift shop at the end. So cleanse yourself, keep high spirits, but go and see it.
Alright, y'all, let's get into some of these comments. She said, I had a video talking about a spooky experience, and when I described what I looked at, the sound cut off. Only happens in the videos. This is so insane because I never had an issue with recording and the video just disappeared. It took forever for this to get to record. The place is nuts. I went there before and I kept getting in touch. Interesting. Was there any specific room you didn't like? Excuse me. I hated the doll room. That's probably the only one, honestly. Now, I'm into spooky shit. But I have heard, when I went down the rabbit hole, all this, I have heard that them spirits is attaching themselves to when you go back home. So I don't know about this one, y'all. I don't know. I do want to go to Vegas, but and then, like, experience and stuff, but I don't want nothing attached to me. But
I hate it. Okay, not that this is any better, but my body dysmorphia is set to change. So I saw a video a couple days ago of this group of friends who went to the Zak Bagans Haunted Museum in Las Vegas. The whole video, I'm sure people have seen it. It was like how they felt before and how they felt after going. We're actually going to Vegas tomorrow, and I felt like I should maybe do a little story time on when my husband and I went to that museum. I think we went in like 2017, maybe 2018. Just kidding, it was 2019. Yeah, that's the picture that I took. I was super pumped to go. I love scary things. I love dead things. I'm disgusting. So I was super stoked. We waited in line for like 2 hours, signed a ton of waivers. I felt completely okay and fine before we went in. I'm not even kidding when I say when we walked into the actual museum, the first room you walk in, there's a lot of like dolls and I think there was like skulls, like human skulls in this case, and the tour guide was talking to us, and within maybe 30 seconds of being in that room, I immediately felt nauseous. Like, I was at the point where I'm like, okay, I should probably not do this now because I feel like I'm going to be sick. I felt so nauseous and sick and dizzy and hot, and it wasn't even that hot in the building. I began to get very anxious, and I panicked. It was so weird. I remember that I didn't want to make eye contact with any of the artifacts that were in the room, if that makes sense. So as the tour's going on, my husband doesn't know that, like, I don't feel that good.
Pause this, because these artifacts are really real. That's the crazy part. These artifacts is picked up by paranormal investigator and put it in that museum.
I was just trying to remain calm, and also, like, I didn't want to get taken out because we spent like $100-some to go through this tour, and it's a long tour. It's like 2.5 hours long. Towards the end of the tour, I got a raging headache, like migraine level headache out of nowhere. It hit me within maybe 10 minutes, 0 to 100, horrible migraine headache. I was so beyond excited when it was over. When we left, we exited through the building, and Justin, my husband, looked at me and he's just like, "Are you okay?" And so weird, I'm a Pisces, but I just started bawling, crying. We parked our car pretty close to where the museum was. We had to walk maybe a quarter of a mile back. I'm crying hysterically the entire time. We are in Las Vegas. It is like maybe 6 p.m. at night now. The whole night, we could go out, do whatever we want. I wanted to do nothing. By the time we got back to the hotel, I remember telling him, I just want to go take a shower. I feel so nauseous, so queasy. The hot water hopefully will help. It was the weirdest experience. I remember when I was in the shower, I felt like the room, as I was in the shower, I felt like almost like someone took the lights and dimmed it. And I thought I was like losing my shit at this point. And then I thought my husband came in the bathroom. Swear to God, I saw a shadow go from this side of my face, like the shower wall, and then around the shower curtain. Swear to God.
My goodness.
All while I have a headache and I'm trying not to throw. Were you in the bathroom? And he's like, "No, I was sitting here watching TV this whole entire time." Bitch, what? So, yeah, I firmly believe that something either left with me, attached to me, something of the sort after leaving that museum. It is no joke. There are actual, like, skeletons. There's, for example, Charles Manson's ashes are there. Some stuff from serial killers. Just very gross things that most people shouldn't see is there. I'm not shaming that museum. I think it is absolutely incredible, and if you can withstand it, definitely go. I think it is an absolute must-see. Coolest museum I've ever been to, especially if you're into scary, spooky stuff. But I will never be going back.
Yeah, phone charge, hold on. Kids coming up in here now. They didn't come up in here while the videos. Y'all need to chill out. Let me just unlock this for him, and we're gonna get right into her. He said, I felt dizzy hot in the room too. I felt like I was standing sideways weird. I remember the room had a lot of glass and signs not to lean on the cases. Now, when she said she was feeling dizzy, I think she's just real sensitive. She could actually be light worker that shut the door. I think she's just real sensitive, and she could actually be a light worker, and she's feeling that energy is like crazy, and that's why she wanted to lay down and throw up. And then whatever it was attached itself to her, because for her to be acting like she tweaking out and she wasn't tweaking out, no, it attached itself. It said, I felt this too in the room. It said, text me private. I said, my friend was burnt in the clown exhibit where everyone died of fire. Mind you, there was no flame or carpet around. What the fuck? Reasons I lost count why I won't be going. Now, this is when I'm asking y'all, would y'all go to this? Now, when she say this is really serious, I will take this serious, y'all, too, because if they're attaching themselves to, like the other one before that said, to get your polysense on your stage, you know, make sure you clear yourself when you leave, regardless, because you don't want no low vibrational things attaching themselves to you. That's why the sage and the polysense is very essential when you do something like this. But as far as like how she said it's not a joke, if you into scary stuff, yeah, go. But if you scared that something's going to attach itself to you, don't go. Say I went and it was awesome. I felt a little drained.
I don't want the food.
Okay, you're after him. Shut the door. You should have protected yourself with the shield of prayers, and that's true. Okay, y'all, let's get to the next one. I still got some more
I went to the Zak Bagans Museum in Las Vegas, and you guys, it shook me so bad. Let's do my makeup and talk about my experience. This is for sure a video for my spooky girls, and I'm gonna say I'm an imposter spooky girl because I want to love like all that spooky shit, but honestly, this place scared the shit out of me. Prior to this, I was a big fan of the show. I would say I'm still a fan, but I am just like shook to my core. I'm gonna say this, I see everything so differently now. I would say prior to going to the museum, I was just such a huge fan of the show, and I actually begged my boyfriend to go to this museum in Las Vegas because we were gonna be there for New Year. He honestly thought it was a bit spooky too, but he was down and I was down, so we bought the ticket. Allegedly, this property is extremely cursed, and they hold all of their extremely cursed and possessed items in this museum. I did my little research on the museum before we actually went, so I kind of knew what we were getting into, but I didn't realize how extreme it was until they actually sent us a waiver to sign. In the waiver, it said some extreme shit, so it kind of scared me because it said no refunds. It also said they aren't responsible if we get possessed or if something like follows us, and that is what scared the shit out of me. And previous to this experience,
now, I just asked y'all a waiver, and that's what's on the waiver. That if you get possessed, it ain't their fault. What? Is that something that you want to go to? I wouldn't. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What? I gotta sign a waiver that said if I get possessed, you're not responsible for it. That's why I was like the waiver when the other one said the waiver. I know.
One of my friends, I was telling her like, oh, I'm thinking of going to this museum, and she told me that something similar happened to like her boyfriend's friend, and I'm not even gonna lie, that spooked me, but I still proceeded to go. At the end of the day, this was all on me because I was the one who chose to go to this place, and I realized we couldn't get our money back, so we went anyway. So me and my boyfriend are spooked. We show up to our like scheduled time. We go in, and off the bat, it's already spooky vibes. Like, you walk in, it's like all crazy, all the little artifacts are in the front, and this entire place is like a mansion. It takes you through different levels of the house, different rooms of the house. Each room also had its own like artifacts or memorabilia. Everything in there is like either cursed or possessed. So they read us our disclaimers. We're all in there, and now we're going through like a maze of the entire house. We go in our first room, and honestly, you kind of have to be careful at this place because if you even touch something or if you look something in the eye, you risk something either possessing you, manipulating you, or following you. It's that intense, and I didn't realize that until I was actually there in person because I felt some sort of heaviness in this building. It kind of felt like hard to breathe, and other people on my tour were saying that they felt things touching them, sharp pains in their stomach. etc. There was another girl who went in the basement, and this is like if you were a VIP, and thank God I wasn't a VIP. The VIP was just an extra upgrade on your like little ticket, and you got to go through I think 8 different rooms that are added on to the tour. I didn't want to do that because I felt like there was already enough going on. Like, I don't want to add more rooms, bitch. But one of the girls who was in VIP went to the basement, and you had to have this pass to go down there. But basically, they even stated like there used to be a lot of like demonic shit going on down there, like satanic rituals, like pentagram type stuff. And this girl went down there with her boyfriend, and she ran back up, bitch, like so fast. She wasn't even down there for a minute. And she said they actually had a spirit box down there that could like communicate if anything was trying to come through. And she said that something literally was talking, and she ran the fuck upstairs, and her boyfriend said that when she ran upstairs it stopped talking. So that scared the shit out of me. And honestly, everyone who went down there said that they felt something like trying to like touch them, or just weird shit going on. So I believe them, because honestly, even the workers wouldn't go down there with them. They were like, okay, like you're gonna go here, and like you're gonna make a circle and come back up, and I'm gonna be waiting for you right here. Like,
first of all, red flag on the play, because she talked for 9 minutes. I'm gonna have to pause it. I know y'all don't like when I do that. I'm not gonna do that too much. But red flag on the play. Why the workers don't want to go up in there? Why the workers don't want to go up in there? And then when I was doing more research about this museum, they said the basement is the worst place. The basement was where a lot of people, I think people died in that basement. Zak actually bought the house and then placed all the artifacts from there, and then made it a whole scary thing. So the basement is definitely a hot spot.
even some of the freaking workers didn't want to go into some of these rooms. I don't know if they're allowed to or not, but like I can just imagine working there. Like, what are they feeling? What are they going through every day? Like, that shit actually blew my fucking mind. So at the end of this tour, we go through so much shit. Honestly, there was like dolls, possessed dolls. You couldn't like walk in there without saying hi to her or bye to her. It was all scary. I don't even want to say her name because I don't want to get cursed, but all of this shit was just really overwhelming. So if you are a highly sensitive person, I would not go to this museum. They even had fucking videos of like people prior to our tour, on the tour, just randomly passing out. Like, they'll be in the room like looking at some artifact or something, and then they'll just freaking pass out. Like, crazy, like unexplainable type phenomenon. And I mean, don't get me wrong, they had some cool things there. They had like a serial killer room if you like that kind of spooky stuff. I really like those types of things. They also had like a celebrity room, like all of these like cursed or lost or found donated items that were from celebrities before their deaths or during their deaths, or witnessed their death. Like, it all had to do with that. If you guys have ever been to the Museum of Death in Los Angeles, it's giving that, but like way worse, like 100 times worse, because everything in this place is cursed. This tour was also 2 hours long. Yeah, I know. I can't even believe. I wanted to leave at the second room because that was like the exorcism room where they had the actual tabernacle all up in there. It was like an altar status. They were playing the real audio from the original exorcism that was inspired by the movie. Crazy shit. They literally told us think positive thoughts. Like, I can't make this. Oh, I think a lash fell and that scared the fuck out of me. Like I said, you guys, I am permanently traumatized. Hearing the door open or close or just like creaking in the house, like I am not the same person as I was. I don't even want to go back to this place. My boyfriend wants to go back. Like, I don't want to go back there. This is something I would say, if you must go, and go one time only. And that wasn't even the thick of it. Like, there was so much going on in this place. It was actually fucking insane. It was the worst 2 hours of my life. I wanted to leave so bad. Like I said, after the second room, but they had to take us through all this maze shit. This house is like extremely old. I guess it used to be a house of like a porn star whose parents would do this weird shit in the basement. I don't know. Before that, the previous owner died. So like, it's extremely cursed. They even have a whole series on it on Ghost Adventures if you guys watch it, because that's where Zak Bagans, that's his show, that's his whole thing, and this is his collection that he's featuring at the museum that you can go and experience yourself. But they have a whole dedicated season to the museum by itself. One of the family members too, like there was like a family, there was a few couples on this tour with us, but there was a family in particular where you could tell like the dad was like kind of a skeptic, like he didn't believe in this stuff, but his daughter did, so they went on this tour. He said that literally there was like a whole clown section, okay, and new fear unlocked. I was never afraid of clowns before. This man said that the clown he looked at in the freaking eyes started crying black tears of blood. Like, this place is known to cause illusions and just like mess with your mind, so I can just only imagine. I didn't see that, but that's just what this man said, and I believe him wholeheartedly. At the end of this, I just couldn't wait to get out, you guys. Like, I was panicked, but they told you like keep good thoughts in mind when you're in this place, because you cannot go in there with a weak mind or just like thoughts of like harm or anything like that, because it is not that type of place. Like, this spirit will try to possess you. So I was just thinking of Hello Kitty bitch, Care Bears, makeup. I was thinking of all the things that I love to really help me out, because I do not want to be all up in that.
Live,
I know I signed up for this, but I didn't expect it to be like that. And a lot of you guys are probably like, bitch, what the fuck did you think you were going to be getting into? I don't know, okay? I just seen this place on freaking TV and I wanted to go because I like the show, but now I'm just like rethinking all the reasons why I went. Basically, we survived the tour, okay, the longest 2 hours of my fucking life, and then at the end you get to go to this gift shop and they had a bunch of sage in there, so I bought some because I was like, bitch, I need to be cleansed the moment I walk out these fucking doors, because I don't want something following me. So we asked one of the workers and she was so fucking nice. Like, if you are watching this, if this happens to land on your For You, you are my literal like lifesaver. I love you, because she cleansed us and everyone on our tour, because we were all freaking spooked. And I'm not the type of person who like is experienced with that stuff, because I never saged myself before. But you know what, bitch? Now I am. Now I'm all up in there learning how to do it, learning the right ways to use it, because I am not playing around. I will, I think, never go back to this place. If you have ever questioned the paranormal, don't. Don't, because this place is cursed. I believe what they say. They even had a sign outside before we walked in the place that said, don't step on the grass. It actually like pisses off the spirits. Bitch, me and my boyfriend looked at each other like, what the fuck? I have a newfound appreciation for the ghost hunters. Anyone who is risking their lives out here trying to figure out the unexplained. I applaud you, because I could never. If you're really into it, I would recommend to go, just because they do have all of the original artifacts. They have like all the Ed and Lorraine Warren things. They have a lot of like high profile items. But if you don't need to be going there, don't. I went to...
Y'all, my face is frozen in the screen, but I'm going to continue to read her story, but I'm going to end this live and then go back live, because I don't know what the hell going on with OBS Studio. But let's get into these comments, because I'm looking at myself on live and I'm seeing that I'm frozen. And I told y'all, do y'all see I'm moving, or I look like I'm frozen? It says, laughing my ass off. This is going to be me thinking about Hello Kitty. Went there, was so excited, not scared at all. And this is the first room. All of a sudden, I felt the urge to faint, and I was fighting and had to hold on to my boyfriend. Never had this sensation happen before. The fact that they saying that the studio, it takes about, what do they say, 2 hours to finish this, and I believe her. She basically saying, if you ain't strong enough, let you know. Hey, chat, I see y'all in here. Let me know if I'm frozen or not. Let me know if my screen is frozen. I know the video is still playing, but my screen is frozen. Say, you're a brave girl. Love your makeup. Oh my God, yes, I went to a year ago. I did not like it at all, but it was something wrong with my sister and wanted to go with a group of friends. So my question, chat, is we going or not? Is we going or not? Is we going or not? Is we plizzy or not? So we got three more. We got 3 more. I'm gonna end this live because I feel like this motherfucker is fucking up. And I'm coming back on this motherfucker. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming back right on.